Hi, I'm Sam Ruddock, Director of Story Machine Productions.
And I'm Jessica Pidsley, and I'm the actor playing Leslie Jamison in Whiskey and Ink.
Whiskey and Ink is a production that lets you, the audience, step inside Leslie Jamison's brilliant new book, The Recovering. The Recovering is a story of alcoholism and writing, of whiskey and ink. It's told through Leslie's own experiences and those of other alcoholic writers, including Raymond Carver, Stephen King, Jean Rhys, Amy Winehouse, and many more. At its heart, it is the story of learning a new way of life, lived in chorus with others. It's quite probably the best piece of addiction writing I have ever read.
The biggest thing that I got from the book was about the fact that although this is her personal story, her unique journey with recovery has been about understanding the collective nature of recovering, and that it is an ongoing process as well. I was fascinated in the book by the sort of lurching quality of recovery. Like in my head, before I read the book, I'd almost kind of assumed that, well, you have an addiction and then you recover and then you're better. And of course I know instinctively that that's also not the way the world works, but that idea that actually recovering itself is a process, and that, you know, a story's power, actually, what she discovers in recovery is that it's not in its uniqueness that the power lies, but in its collective sameness, and the fact that we all struggle, that we all have our differences in that struggle, but actually that is what unites us.
It's a story that spoke to me the moment I read it. Leslie is one of the finest writers of empathetic human beings that I've ever come across. She can capture what it means to be a person, how the struggles are things that we can wear with pride on our sleeves, and not be ashamed of, and how it's those scars that we carry around that unite us and help us understand each other. And when I first read the book, it was that really spoke to me and just demanded that I make a show about it. I'm a recovering addict myself, and 12-step recovery has transformed my life. So this is both an homage to a great book and a sort of personal story of my own through other people's work.
I came in to save my ass and found my soul was attached.
The happiness of being among people. Just a person among people.
So we've got Stephen King, we've got Jean Rhys, we've got David Foster Wallace,
Charles Jackson, and Raymond Carver, and even a poem. It's one part of the production is also people reading a poem while they eat a biscuit. I mean, you know, the quality AA experience of biscuits and coffee. You know, we want to really encapsulate and bring audience to Story Machine Productions into the world of that book. And the world of Leslie's book is one of sharing, of recovery, and of the sort of the church hallness quality of, you know, the lo-fi production of what an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting is. She says at one point, old timers sober for 40 years say, with any luck, I'll stay sober till the end of one more day. And that's how humility gets built into hope. And I love that. It's like we don't have any more. We have this one day where we try not to use, where we try not to do this, and that's all we have. Part of research for this production, I went to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting for the first time, and I was just completely humbled. And you know, the profundity of a lunchtime meeting, where like you say, lo-fi in one respect, and yet so profound in another, of like, when do we sit and listen and share and listen, you know, and understand that listening is about hearing yourself spoken out loud, you know. It's like, oh yeah, you know. So that's what we want to share with Whiskey and Ink.
You can see Whiskey and Ink at the Norfolk and Norwich Festival on Friday the 25th of May, and then around the UK over summer and autumn 2018. See you there.